Hello and welcome back to Shadow of the Erdtree. Okay, I think I may have finally found that loot I was talking about. Yeah, probably I gotta be using it, but hey, there it is. And fuck it, let's try our luck with this goddamn rune bear. See what happens. Jesus Christ. Yep, just hit it. Fuck out of here. Jesus, this does it like an absolute truck, though. Okay. Okay. Hit him again. And again. Yeah, that's not annoying at all. You know, I think eventually just maybe it'd get voice broken. Just maybe. Okay. Yep, this... Roll. Or just don't. You know. Whichever you like. Yeah, I mean, you'd figure maybe flying would prevent you from getting affected by an earthquake, but no, that's not how things work. I know I'm getting salty about this shit, but the fact is that when the NPCs and you are... The fact that you have different limits and restraint is fine. What I hate about it is that sometimes it feels like you're playing completely different games. Like, even if you have different abilities and strengths and HP bars, whatever, that's a game. The issue is that the exact same things do not follow the same logic. That's my issue. And it is so fucking annoying. Another huge gripe I have is object collision when you attack. You have it, enemies don't. I think it would be fine if enemies didn't have object collision, because sometimes you'd be able to game it so that you could just go into some really tight area and they just hit everything and they'd never really be able to attack you. That's fine. Then remove object collision from the player as well. Problem solved. I think it would be perfectly reasonable if you wanted to have it so that players collide with certain objects when they use the wrong weapons in the wrong settings or whatever. That's fine. Add it to enemies as well. I'm not asking to play favorites with the player. I am just asking, give me a system where I can somewhat predict what's going to happen. Where I have some measure of the game treating us equally with the exact same behavior. And not preferential treatment for NPCs. Right, let's just try this again. Yeah, the fact that I'm cheesing this much, please take that as an indication of how much I absolutely fucking despise any and all types of rune bears. Because I do. Trust me, I fucking do. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I I think there are just certain types of enemies that don't go super well with the game design. And I think if we were to take a very broad category, huge enemies is probably the biggest offender in that regard. Thinking of stuff like maybe a little bit gargoyles, but not really, more like ulcerated tree spirits, and I'm sure there are others I can't think of right now. Hello there, guys. Oh, there's a side of grace over there. That's fine, let's just do this. I'm just not gonna deal with their pest threat spam. Absolutely not. I know what's gonna happen. Hello then. Nope. Go back to this. I saw one of those spirit spring jump things over here. I don't know if it's opened yet, but if it isn't, there'll certainly be a way to activate it. Alas, it is already opened. Beast horn. We got a cave here. It'll probably lead somewhere. Alright, what do we got? Okay. Divine Bird Warrior Ornus. Probably gonna be like one of the banished knights on steroids. What's his name? I don't remember. Oh right, I guess we'd still just be able to ride back to the way we came up, right? Yeah, okay, we're fine. There. Did I see loot? Yes, I did. Nope. You see nothing. Right now we gotta get into that castle thing there. Although I'm not quite sure how. We can get in. Oh, it's not actually walled off, is it? It's just a wall. Yeah, pretty much. In that case, let's still just have a look around. Got him. Will we be able to get up there? I think so, at least if it is where I think it is. Gonna grab this. Just because then that's out of the way. Really? Right, that's not one of the ones float, that's one of the ones that just throw 'em. That... No. Right then. Now the sun came out. I gotta get into these rooms somehow. Oh, hello. Alright. Yeah. Just, stupid your way through it, as always. That's how I do it best, anyway. We probably wouldn't have been able to jump up there even if I'd realized it was there. But I'll still admit the fact that I overlooked it is impressive. Okay, I can still write torrent in here if I need to. Okay, that is covered up. I thought maybe we could go underneath that tarp there. It doesn't look like it. What is... There's one of those there. He had some loot. And he got away. I'll remember he's there. Trust me, and I'll come back. And I'll get him. Best fucking believe it. Just wondering how the hell I'm supposed to get down into that. Maybe... Oh. Well, it looks like if we keep going forward, the insert will be right there. Okay, scattered tree fragment. Then the probability that the pot ghost thingy had a scattered tree fragment is probably pretty low. If I don't misremember, it's going to be the two-handed torque talisman. Did I say two-handed torque? Two-handed sword. No, is it just... No, just two-handed, right? Two-handed talisman. Fuck it. Either way, you're gonna see when we get there. That's probably better for my brain cells anyway. Damn. He just got completely obliterated. Yep, two-hand... Oh, it is two-handed sword talisman. Okay. So I didn't misremember, I just fucked up the word. Alright, let's just... QT back to this side of Grace. And we'll go see if that enemy hasn't respawned up there. We'll figure out what loot he was carrying. Go, go, go. Row, burrow, and silver tender. Oh. Too fancy then? Just for quality of life, I would like to get that map now. Where would that be then? You're not carrying loot, right? You just attack me with that, given the chance. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty standard loot. Right, it's up there. I wonder if those arrow golems respawned. Alright, there's something here. Yeah, that's not the one. I just gotta figure out... Yeah, that's not the one, that's just a hologram, so to speak. Do I see something over there? No, it's probably just the nascent butterfly son. Yeah, we gotta destroy that small stone structure looking like that in order to activate the spirit spring. Trick cell. Oh, I think I see it. Yeah. That's more like it. Okay. Continue jump. That one looks like it's already active. Yeah. Now, if memory serves, one of the painters should be up here. Although I don't remember where exactly. But I'm guessing somewhere not too far away from the edge. Quite possibly somewhere down here, actually. Right, maybe if I actually look at the paintings, or assuming I even have it, that'd be helpful. So that's kind of looking between some rocks, isn't it? Alright, let's do this. Northern Nameless Mausoleum. Oh, that reminds me, there's... Still haven't done the first mausoleum yet. Red Bear. Oh! Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure, just iframes when you're attacking. Makes sense. Why not? This weapon is so fucking brutal. And I mean that, I'd say, almost in the most literal sense, because I just completely brute forced my way through this fight here. Jesus Christ. I'm just really curious about that painter, though, because I'm fairly certain it should be up here somewhere. I mean, it's just, if it's not anywhere in this area, I really have no idea where it would be. Because isn't this the exact spot where it's supposed to be? I mean, I think this looks exactly right, but it's just... nothing's happening. The only thing I can possibly think of is that the motif isn't quite right, not in the sense of their perspective, as it's clearly looking at this building, but in the sense that the upper part of the settlement is missing currently. And I don't know if that has something to do with it. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, if it's not here, I don't know where to look for it. But there's still the one back in the beginning we didn't get yet. Should be in a small mausoleum over here. And have... I don't remember what it's called in Elden Ring, but it's Havel's armor set. Okay. I don't care what anyone says, it's Havel's armor set. Or at least very heavily inspired by it. And not only don't I mind it, but I do actually think it's cool that even across their universes you kind of have some of the same items and armor sets that you can use if you want to. Because for the purposes of playing as an RPG character, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. You're playing Dark Souls or Elden Ring. In terms of the raw gameplay of it, the story is, its setting and lore is obviously very different, but overall, the same goes for the, is it called the Dark Moon Greatsword in Elden Ring? Okay, yeah, I remember this. Which you basically have some sort of variant of in pretty much every Dark Souls game ever. Oh wow. You're having a rough day, aren't you, buddy? Okay, that did actually hurt. Got him. Yeah. I'm probably way, so to speak, over-leveled for this already, so... I remember the first time I went here and I fought this guy, it was probably fresh off the train, or a hand, or whatever you want to call it, into the realm of shadow. I did have quite a bit of problems killing him. Especially because I was a lightweight dex character. So I got absolutely shit on the first couple of times. I was actually thinking we could have a look at the other paintings and see if we can solve those. I've kind of been neglecting them. Incursion. Okay. And then there's this one. Domain of Dragons. Oh, I'd probably have to go into the Dragon Peaks area. I'm guessing. But this... Incursion. That large natural archway there shouldn't be too hard to identify. I don't think it's this one, is it? Let's just have a look again. Ugh, I just love the auto stagger when you're on fucking horse. No, because I don't really see the right areas for it. Question is, where would it be then? Wait. Hold on a second. I never did get the Serpent Crest shield, did I? Which I distinctly recalled being down in this area. Wow, that looks so beautiful. Jesus Christ. But which I distinctly remember being down in this area, and I was kind of wondering why I couldn't find it. But maybe it's because it's tied to a painting then. And that's the issue. Oh wow, but we're just coming here at the right time, aren't we? Watch the sunset. Or something. Through the clouds, I guess. Damn. I don't give a shit, man. I think Elden Ring is a gorgeous game. It may not be in terms of strict graphical fidelity, like high resolution textures and so on, but I'd just say in terms of good visuals, art style, colors, motifs, it is absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at that. And I think it's probably an inspiration from Dark Souls 3 in part, but I do think these painters here is a great way to give you some appreciation for that. Actually, what if we went up here? Just thinking that as long as the time doesn't change too much, should have a way better view. We can't really see the sun behind the clouds. But damn, can we see the clouds? We just have a look at all of this. It just looks like a mashup of all of the craziest, coolest fantasy concept art you could imagine. And I love it. And then you can just see the peak of the dragon area over there. We're pale! That's his home. But anyway, I do think this is a good place to end the video. So, if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, whatever else YouTube wants you to do, and as always, take care.